What's up, YouTube? This is your girl Megan. Welcome back to the Hood Astro Queen. To all of my returning subscribers. However, if this is your first time joining me on today, be sure to hit that subscribe button because you know you want to. Also, if you are interested in booking your very own natal chart reading, feel free to contact me at astroworld. That's ASTROWERLD at gmail.com, and we can go ahead and get you squared away on today. And I am coming to you guys once more with yet another celebrity birth chart reading, but this time it's going to be really brief because I don't really feel the need to, you know, cover this person's chart ad nauseum. But, it was in the headlines and I thought it would be worth discussing. So, as you can tell by the title, Miss Syleena Johnson, she is an R&B songstress. Okay, she's worked with the likes of R. Kelly and a bunch of other people. Her voice is amazing. And I think she's currently on Sister Circle, which is like a talk show on TV One. And I mean, she's an excellent artist. If you haven't heard of her, go check out her music. Like, she was really popping back in the late 90s, early thousands. But recently, she made headlines after appearing in a bodybuilding contest. And it was startling because, or surprising to me at least, because Syleena Johnson has always been a very statuesque, shapely, curvy woman. I would never describe her as fat. I don't think she was fat, but she was always on the like thicker side. Even when she was heavier, she was still a pretty woman to me. And to see her completely transform her body, like a 180, it is amazing. Kudos to her. Shouts out to her. She looks amazing. She looks damn good. And yeah, so I was just looking at her chart and I saw like a lot of things that pointed towards this area or this particular point in her life, right? This particular milestone in her life. So I just wanted to discuss those. So Syleena Johnson was born on September 2nd, 1976. So even with her being born on the 2nd, that number two does deal with food. It also deals with like comfort. So a lot of people who have very heavy two energy, these people can gain weight easily. They can also be comfort eaters, and they have a lot of lifelong issues centered around food, you know. And then she's also a Virgo. And when I found out, I'm like, oh my God, that really explains a lot as well because Virgo is literally the sign of diet, it's the sign of exercise, routine. Virgo is one of those signs because it deals with, or Virgo likes to mitigate the exposure to certain types of foods because Virgos are prone towards like gastrointestinal issues, and they're also very, very health conscious. So they are the signs that are the most likely to be picky eaters or even gravitate towards diets that are like, pescatarian, vegetarian, where they're tweaking their diets, eliminating food groups. And because Virgo is very like a self-contained, very much self-contained, and it's all about like discipline and control. Everything is about control. These people can be very controlling when it comes to the type of foods they eat, the type of regimens that they subscribe to. So, like, her being a bodybuilder or her having an interest in health is really not surprising. And I think I even heard somewhere that she got her bachelor's degree in like nutrition or something like that, which is very much, that Virgo energy. But also, her sun, which is at the 10th degree of Virgo, is trining her Chiron and her Taurus South node, which does equip her with the ability to be able to fine tune her diet regimen and stuff like that. Her being a Taurus South node can contribute, or I'm pretty sure it has contributed to a lot of her weight issues and stuff as well, because Taurus South nodes tend to, overindulge or have issues with overindulgence. These people can also just be the type of people to put on weight easily. They can be very stocky looking in appearance, which obviously she definitely like, she embodies that to me. She looks very Taurus South Node-ish. However, that trine between her sun and the Taurus South Node can create an effect to where she's able, it kind of even gives, like, she has a passion for cooking and a passion for healthy eating and stuff like that, where she's able to transform a lot of those issues, right? Especially with that Chiron, your wounds, a lot of issues, traumatic issues that you experience within that realm, and take them and use them to your benefit. I also look at that trine as her like preparing healthy meals and stuff like that. Her, like I said, fine tuning her day to day routine. Her sun is also squaring her Neptune at the 11th degree of Sagittarius. And that right there can point towards a food addiction, or it can point to where she has issues, just really, or she comes from a long standing tendency of having issues with grasping and really getting a hold of her eating and whatnot. So I'm pretty sure this has been a long time coming. And squares, not for nothing, in a birth chart can absolutely motivate people to succeed. That's why you have some of the most successful people in the world whose birth charts contain a lot of squares. You know what I'm saying? Because it represents tension, and it kind of gives you this do or die kind of sense of urgency where you motivate yourself to overcome it. Also, her moon, she's a Capricorn moon, an early degree Capricorn moon. And Capricorn moons are very disciplined people. These are people who are really good at being able to like restrict certain things. They're really good at delaying gratification. So everything that comes with making that decision to be a bodybuilder, because it is very much a lifestyle choice. You have to eat a certain way, you have to eat a certain amount of macros and nutrients per day. You have to dedicate a certain amount of time throughout the day to just exercise. And I think she said she wakes up at 4 o'clock every morning. That's very much Capricorn. And Capricorn is also consistent with the military. Virgo is as well. They're the signs of the military. And it's very much structured, you know what I'm saying, organized. And like I said, they're very good. People who have a lot of this energy are very good at delaying gratification, and they can buckle down, do what needs to be done, and you know, whatever the goal is. But as it pertains to weight loss and stuff, Capricorn moons can lose weight like nobody's business. They are incredibly disciplined, and that's exactly what it takes to take on such a huge task like this. And with her moon squaring her Pluto at the 10th degree of Libra, I feel like she didn't get a lot of support from like either like the people around her, or maybe within her relationship if she is married. I'm not sure what her marital status is, but it could that aspect could point to where she has to do a lot of these things on her own. Where, like I said, the people around her are not really that supportive. And she also has a Libra stellium with her Mercury at the 6th degree, Venus at the 1st degree, Mars at the 6th degree, and of course that Pluto at the 10th degree of Libra. All of that Libra energy is still very much, you can even look at that as echoing a lot of that Taurus South Node tendency, or those Taurus South Node tendencies, as both Taurus and Libra are both governed by Venus. And, you know, actually, this makes her Venus, Mars, and Pluto, as well as her Mercury, all form a quincunx to her Taurus South Node and that Chiron. You could even look at this. I bet she has like a soft spot for sweets. Like she really loves sweets and stuff like desserts and stuff like that. But it can deal with where she really had to make a conservative effort to really modify her lifestyle. Her really cutting out those like sensual pleasures, those fleshly pleasures that could cause a person to really like, oh, I like good food, I like good drinks, I like da da da, like to really like cut all of that out and find a way to really like harness that energy. Because quincunx, also known as like the inconjunction, can also deal with like health and health related issues as well. And even with her being a Scorpio North node, like you can even look at that, because Scorpio deals with transformation. It also deals with like endurance, which I would imagine, once again, as a bodybuilder, you would need a lot of. So, her really having to, like I said, modify certain things in her life to help her achieve that final result. So, I feel like this could very well deal with her living up, like playing up into that Scorpio North Node, even transforming, reinventing herself, coming out on the other side a completely new, a completely different person. Yeah, and her moon is also squaring her Venus, that Venus at the first degree of Libra. So it's like it's a balancing act. It really just took a shift in her mindset, especially with those two signs being cardinal, both Libra and Capricorn. Her really having to shift her mindset to be able to get a hold of that, or to really harness and develop that inner sense of self discipline. And it's probably something that she's been struggling with her entire life. So, yeah, I just wanted to make those few observations. And y'all drop down in the comment section and let me know, what did you guys think of her transformation? Is this amazing or what? And as always, make sure you practice unconditional self love so that you can love others. And until the next video, I holla.